on board. Please try your best to share. Gloria Lawson, Ibitayo Oni, Sister One Day, Olajide. I'm just calling you people randomly. Grace Jean, you're all very welcome. You're Titilayo Yedeji, you're welcome. You're all very Kari Omokugo, my classmate in secondary school, she's welcome. Oyemade Titilayo, Sister Lola, you're all welcome. Thank you, Somobola Louis, you're all very welcome. Bumi Bello, you're all very Fulayo Tolulokwe. Auntie Me Grace is saying I came late again. No, Auntie Me Grace, you are not late. We haven't even started. Sister Florence Jumoke Dada, you're very welcome. Our darling nurse, my darling people. Thanks to Auntie Grace, you know, she was the one that actually helped me to do the research. And early this morning, she sent it to me. And I wasn't completely right, but I was right a bit. And it showed in what Auntie sent to me. It clearly showed that there's AC as the genotype, but it's an uncommon genotype. But it's uncommon. In fact, they said the C, whatever, is mostly related to people in America. Americans. That's where they said they find the C. It's uncommon, very, very uncommon. And now I understand why they never taught us in biology. I don't know about you people, but when I was in secondary school, I didn't hear, maybe they mentioned it, but because it didn't matter, they did not make it, lay emphasis on it. They only talked on 3 genotypes. You understand? So they said the blacks have that 3 genotypes, really. But I don't know, the other types that you people mentioned, it wasn't mentioned there. So I will just read it again for you people. It wasn't mentioned there, but I don't know, the other 2 that you people said, you know. So it's good you go and enlighten yourself about it. But it's clearly on Google. If you Google it, you will see it there. And it states, look at it here. It says Black Americans has hemoglobin C trait. This is not a disease, and there are no health problems associated with it. And it says that is ACA. Okay, there are 4 hemoglobin genotypes. So I don't know, because I remember Sister Florence said there are 6, but you know, they mentioned 4 here. I remember in biology, they said, they told us, they talked about 3. Maybe they mentioned 4, but the AC, yeah, they didn't lay emphasis on it. So they said there are 4 hemoglobin genotypes in humans. They have the AA, which they taught us, AS, which they taught us, SS, which they taught us, and AC. And in bracket, they put the AC as uncommon. They now said SS and AC are the abnormal genotypes or the sickle cells. So SS and AC are the abnormal genotypes or the sickle cells. We all have a specific pair of this hemoglobin in our blood, which we inherited from both parents. So it's so clear here. So it's on Google. Google it and you will find it there. Or go to your doctor, they will enlighten you better. You understand? So I think that's what we have experienced. What they taught me when I think because I had a sibling that was SS, so my parents were quick to teach us about it. So getting to school, it just was, I now understood that you can't marry so-so's genotype. You understand better. They enlightened us more, the in-depth of it. So I think that's just what is here as well. So go and read it. It's on Google, and I also put it on the page for you people to enlighten our children about it. Please do. Don't hesitate at all. You know, we don't like to talk about 2 things with our children. When your child gets to 17, 18. In fact, not 17, 18, no. Sex education is from when they are, this my little Farouk, they have started telling them some things. Me man shy. In fact, I can imagine our African parents, those ones, they don't even talk about it with us, because I have never seen my mother. In fact, do you know, can I shock you people? I didn't hear about menstruation from my mother. Me, I was in boarding house when I just saw blood. In fact, I was even crying because I didn't understand what was happening to me. I was taught on menstruation in secondary school when I was away from home, because I entered secondary school at the age of 9. So our parents don't talk about such things. You know, sex education is for me growing up, it's like an abomination. You know, they never talked about it. I think they are shy, or they think that you should never know about it. I think, in fact, that was what also caused it, that by the time I was pregnant, you know, I got pregnant. It's not as if my mother, maybe she didn't know I've started having active, you know, motin benching. So I don't know, you know, because your mothers don't even sit down with you. I don't know about you. I'm talking about myself. You understand? So even when I was pregnant, my mother didn't know I was pregnant. In fact, the pregnancy was already 5 months on me. It's our street aunt, my street mother's friend. That she's my mom's friend on the street. She's from Edo State. We call her Mommy Skido. She's the one that noticed that I was pregnant too. My mother didn't know. And the pregnancy was already 5 months. So why am I saying this? Is that we didn't have that education from our parents. And in school then, it wasn't that they gave us in-depth. You understand? They didn't give, even though, don't get me all twisted. By the time I was in university, I understood what was happening about it and everything like that. But it would have been more of a better thing when your parents are able, especially your mother, you know, they are able to communicate with you, and you can go and meet them and say, "Mommy, I missed my period," or something like that. You know, our parents, I don't know about you, you know, our parents never used to ask us, did you see your period this month? Did you see it last month? Did you experience it? Me, I didn't experience it. I always just go and collect my money for sanitary pad for my dad, my mother. My mother, I didn't have any relationship with my mom. If not that my daddy died, me and my mom were not close. I was daddy's girl. You know, everything I get for my dad, everything. So I will go and collect then if I'm going to school, you know, they've given me pocket money. So out of the things, I will buy my sanitary pad at any time. Because me, I use sanitary pad. I never use tampons. I be tampon. I be kilema kwekini. Me, I assume that if you put tampon inside your this thing, it's like, scrubbo. You are scrubboing up and down. So yeah, our parents, my own mother, our own is, she was just strict for no reason. There was no communication of sex education between me and my mom. I wouldn't lie to you people. There was no sex education between myself and my mom. Is it tampon? Hey, me, I say tampon. I don't even know what they call it. I thought maybe they call it tampax. Is it tampon? Èmi máa believe pé willy tó wà nínú kinini. You know, I just think that it's willy. Say before you know, one we it's tampax. It's not tampon now. It's tampax. Even though I don't use it, but I won't lie to you people. Before I became sexually active, before I became active in that area like that, I can't imagine. I felt that it could defile you. Do you understand me? That was what I thought. You know, if you it is called tampax too. Okay, it's called tampon and tapa. Okay, you know, I felt it could, so I didn't use it. Yeah, that was what I used to look at it as. God, I felt, if you have not done the skibber, why will you be only putting that thing inside you? I felt it was not right. You understand? Assuming my mom, you know, we had that You know, parents then, nothing like that. Nothing like education. Even when you one did the thing, go, normally you're supposed to be able to tell your mom. I never, you know, until I got pregnant. That was when my mother, though, yeah, she used to complain if I'm going out. Like, you're going out, you know, she would just be talking, abusing me, scolding me, you understand? But she didn't know if I was smart or senseless or I'm doing it or I'm not. She never asked me. We didn't have the relationship. And my father doesn't go that route. If there's two things, the only two things my father you can gist with my dad is on your how to education and your food, you know, understand? You want to eat chicken, George, because my daddy, if you're buying something from Pintos now, like chicken and chips, you call the name of the shop that food. It's like you say you want to buy McDonald's now, yeah, you know, instead of saying you want to go and buy chips and chicken, you're going to buy chicken George, chicken George. So my own daddy, that was what we're for education and livelihood. That's all. My father doesn't talk about man. I've never had sex education. No. You know, my father lost his father at a very tender age. So he was brought up by his mom. And to be sincere, my father he behaves like a woman. In the sense that the mannerism in which he cared about children is as if he's a woman. And he knows, you know what I mean? He knows that, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. He behaves like a woman in terms of how he takes care of us. Before you ask him for your money for, I don't know how to explain it. He behaves like a woman in terms of how he takes care of us. Before you ask him for your money for tamper, he willingly will give you. Like, he doesn't allow you stress over what is his responsibility. He will give you clothing allowance. You understand that kind of thing. That's all he knows about. He doesn't know about even when I started using cream, like using cream on my face, I started with Shelly and all those things. You know, all those things that you use in Bobo face. My mother is the one that knows. My father didn't. Baba mi mokini. He didn't know anything about all those things. He was so clueless. He's just so clueless. He knew nothing about all those you are using. So when my mommy said I'm using cream, my daddy was confused. Like, what is he talking about? What is she talking about? Do you understand? You know, because I was in the university when I started using cream. I had finished Polytechnic, then I went into university and I met Edo people. Edo people now were the ones that introduced me to all those Shelly. I started with Shelly, small. Gradually, I entered another level, you know. So I started with Shelly. Yeah, that's what I started with. Then later, they proceed. It's Edo people. You know, Edo people, they know how to use cream very well. They will teach you. If you don't know how to use it, go and meet them. So those were the things. My mother was the one that started noticing. And when she noticed, I was saying, nothing, I'm only using soap, black soap, and blah, 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 blah. My father doesn't notice all those things. So it's just more or less the sexual aspect of my life. I grew up by myself. I went to learn from the street. It was from the street I learned it. What I mean is, you know, if you're doing such a thing, even when I was pregnant, if I had that relationship with my mom, I would have gone to meet her. You understand? To tell her. But I won't lie to you people. If not for the two people that died on my street, I would have had an abortion. I was ready to go. Is the two people died on my street. The same year, I was pregnant of my daughter, my firstborn. Two, and they died for one is abortion. The two abortion, but one was already okay. One was done. What do they call when you do abortion from quack doctors? What do they call that in that time? When you do abortion from quack doctors. What do they call that in that when you do abortion from quack doctors? One, because of money, she went via quack. It was quack doctor, and she's the first child of her parents. They just gave her scholarship to go and study. No, not D&C now. Oh, that's not, it's not D&C they call going to quack doctor. Is not D&C is normal thing they do in the they do it in the hospital. That one is even a good procedure. At least when after I got married, they did D&C for me when I had fetus that wasn't growing. They would do D&C. Sometimes they will even give you medication, it will calm down. That's normal. That one is, it is medical procedure. They call it D&C, they call it evacuation. But the one I'm talking about is when they do quack, like, you know, like this particular first girl, they gave her, she got she's an Igbo girl, and her parents, they gave her scholarship in America because she's very brilliant. They didn't know that she was pregnant. So she now went to all these chemists people. They now gave her some things. You won't believe it. The thing came out and didn't come out very well. Went to form infection. That's how she died though. It was like a joke. It wasn't funny. The whole street went quiet. Because you know, you can imagine when a firstborn of a family gets scholarship, then the next thing people will now hear. Meanwhile, maybe my own pregnancy was like, I just missed my period then. You understand? Like joke. Within another 1-2 months, another person, that one is even one house that divides us and them. Our own had gone further than D&C procedure. They were meant to do induce the child out. You know, when you're up to term and your baby is not coming, you know, they can induce you by giving you, I think, injection, or they will put something inside to let your cervix open so that you can start having what do they call it? Our own was, it has gone past the stage of abortion. They now took her in for abortion. Hey! Are you okay? Ejo, ẹ jẹ́ n lọ wo bathroom nítorí ọmọ mi, àwọn glass wà ńbẹ̀. Are you okay? Are you okay? Kí ló jábọ́? Okay, are you okay anyway? Did you take your bath? Okay, cream your body. Oil your body, please. You got mommy nervous. I thought it was glass. Okay, that is there, don't worry. Contraction. You have contraction. The lady, you know, she's supposed to induce the baby out, even if she intended to. You know, they even do it for stillbirth, where they will induce the baby and the baby is stillbirth, but they went to do D&C. If she was alive, we are age mates. The other one, I'm older than her. Maybe with 3 or more than that, but I'm older than the other one. You understand? Because I was in the final year university when that one's case happened, and she was not yet in the university. She probably they just took her abroad, scholarship to go and study abroad, in university now abroad. They just, she's very brilliant. They said in the whole of Nigeria, she scored high mark or something like that. She's an Igbo girl. I don't want to be mentioning names, so that very brilliant too. The parents, they didn't get over that lady, that girl, because everybody has foreseen that girl will be their future. Lomobaku, and they have only 2 children. She and the younger sister, 2 girls. Lobaku. The other one too, Baku. In fact, the other one, when her own case happened, the man that she got pregnant for told her she should leave the pregnancy. She was dating the guy. I used to see her with the guy. They seemed like they were in love. You understand? But I think later on she discovered that the guy lied to her about his marital status, or I think the guy had given birth to a child before too. So I think the guy did not tell her. So by the time she realized, the guy, they said the guy was begging her to please leave the pregnancy, that he really wants to marry her. But she was angry with the guy that he lied to her. That one was my mate, my classmate. She finished from Okwebi Grammar School. Sorry, let me not say too much. She was my classmate. We're not classmates. I mean, we're age group. When it happened like this, you can imagine. When I heard about that one, it was as if God was passing a message to me. Do you understand? I was living in abject fear. I couldn't confide in anybody. So, if I was close to my mommy in that area, I would have gone to meet her and say, Mommy, it has happened. But my mother never talked about sex with me. So, people and my mother, Mommy me buru. Old age, they take things from people. Mommy me buru. Mommy me buru. My mama don't so. My mama. Mommy, my mama know they take rubbish. My mama know they take rubbish. My father is so soft. But we feared my father more than my mother. That's the funniest part. Someone like me, I feared maybe because my father was the type that would give me everything. So I didn't want anything that would make him angry towards me. I used to do everything to impress my dad. I didn't really send my mommy like that, because me, I felt my mother didn't even like me at all. Not love, didn't like me. Because that time, I'm very stubborn. And she used to say that I'm the only one that stressed her out of all her children. So me, self, I'm not even concerned them. The moment my daddy died, she became my best friend, because I tell my daddy everything. Everything. The only time that we were far apart was when I was misbehaving at Londoko. At Doko, you'll be far from your father now. Just like your father in heaven. When you are say fornicating, you will be far from me. When I say doing skiboroke, I wasn't that close to my daddy again. My daddy was always so upset. He was so angry, because he wanted me to be very serious with my studies. He saw the potential in me, but youthful exam periods don't scatter my head. They go disco like that. Me, let me tell you people one thing. When I was young, you didn't do this thing that your parents would be like this, sitting down like this. Your mother will be, you will just pass like in kaftan like this. Meanwhile, you have already told your yourself to go and put your clothes and your shoe at the backyard. You didn't do it. I did it now. My daddy will be thinking, will be watching news. Because now, we know that next year, you'll be watching news. My mother is always the one that is always doing her eyes like this, looking that. So, until my mother discovered that, when this girl just go out, it may be that I want to even go and talk to somebody outside. Or maybe I want to job me, I would have told them to take my clothes. Because if you dress up, your parents will ask you, no, I too smart. I go just tell her, say, but yeah, you take the clothes to the backyard. Now for backyard, hey, I go just remove clothes. If my mother wants to do me, she will just go to the backyard, take the clothes inside. And she will just be waiting. One day she caught me like this. Come and see the beating that I gave to our house, Eli. She caught me. I used to put pillow on my bed and put cover. My mother would think I'm asleep. She would go and wee in the night. She would look at me and say, I'm on soon. But it's Jadi. I will now come back. our megad. Oh, Mohammed. Hey, Mohammed, I give him tipping. I give Mohammed tipping. But all you shini Mohammed. Mohammed, Gabi. Mohammed àti Suno. A ní òun ṣe parade àbí kí ni wọ́n máa ṣe round yẹn náà. Òun lọ káàkiri ilé. Ó sùn ni o. Ibi tí mo ti ń gbágé kẹ̀kẹ̀kẹ̀ gbàgbàgbà. My mother would just say, who is that? Daddy here? I do saute, they carry me with prostitutes for road. I do saute, they carry me with prostitutes for road. God save me that day. That's why ọmọ burúkú lọ́jọ́ tí ẹ o. We get one driver like that. He can take Igbo. He can take Igbo. It was him that saved me that day. If not, it would have been a terrible day for me. You see, if you are close, you are very used to Ikeja. They can lock Ikeja gates. Whoa. Our vigilantes, that is area security, anything after 7 p.m., all gates, they are locked. So if you go out, the gates guards, the street gates, they know you if you live in the area. You understand? But they won't allow visitors' car in. Do you understand? Cars can go out, but visitors' car can't come in. But if you are resident in the area, you will trek in. So, from that area that I needed to come down, I need to trek a long way, like where I will come down to enter my own street. So I need, when they didn't allow the car, it's a rule. After a particular hour, no visitors car in our, it's not, we don't call our areas in Ikeja estate, we call it streets, but it's like, estate. So I went out, I went to Rock, and I go back home, because if I sneak out like that, I have to get in before my mom, you have to get in like 3 or 4 before my mommy wakes up. You understand? Or my daddy sleeps peacefully. It's my mommy that always waking up in the night to be checking. I don't know what is her business with all this checking. She'll be checking. So, this particular day, not the pillow one that they caught me, this particular day that they carry me pẹ̀lú àwọn aṣẹ́wó. And Ikeja, they are infested with prostitutes. Ikeja people. Not them. It's not the Ikeja children. No. The prostitutes come from different places. But their customers, they always come to Ikeja. That's where they get them. But this is inter-street now. But that street is a street that they can come in from airport hotel. And they passed where I was turning to my street now. They had dropped me. So I was going. So this police black cars, like a black Maria car, I don't know. They were passing and they had prostitutes inside the car. They now say, hey, you. And me, if you know me in Ikeja, then if you know me very well, I like hot pants. I love to wear mini skirt, mini shorts. My immediate older brother, my Egbomi Gogon, that one is based in America. Even the day my husband met me, I was wearing nice, baddest hot pants. Baddest aṣọ àwọn ọmọ akátá yẹn fún mi gan. So even as I then, I've never been to America then, you will think that I come from America. If you come from America and you see me, you'll be thinking that I'm from America. It's my brother. You don't know. It's my brother. So that is how you get. Did you ever go to that in GRA? Well, you know Daniels was the one that nearly died with Muhammad. He was in the plane. He wasn't in the plane. He escaped death from. It was. I even not that I know him personally, but I used to see the man then at GRA Daniels. I rock the place. You don't know. I will gist you now. But I didn't really go to nightclub like that. I'm not a club person. The reason is because of cigarettes and all those things. You know, that time people used to smoke. Even the guy, hey, what's this guy's name that was managing the place before he went to open his own? There was one guy like that. I've forgotten it. The one huge guy. If the guy is now, before I left Nigeria, he's now very rich. Oh, how the boy not find like this? He don't chop up now. If I remember his name, he was the one managing Daniels before he then went to open his own in somewhere around Victoria Island or so. I've forgotten that guy. He has a Muslim name. Anyway, let me go ahead and be gisting you people. And so that's how I went. See fly, free fly. See fly, yo. That's how I went. On getting to that corner to turn to my house, I then saw car. I don't know what they call their car. That their Jeep, like Black Maria. I was not hearing arguments between police and prostitute in the car. You understand? So me, I was walking. You know, I just say, hey, you stop. I was like, what? Say, come in. Where are you going? I shower. I said, no. The girls inside the car, Olori Buruku girls, get inside. You not be part of us. You think, yeah, way. You, Monia, no. I'm not Ashawo. That I was supposed to go in through our gates, the other side, but it's the main gate. So I have to come in through the smaller gates. That's why, and they are not allowing visitors' cars into the estate. And tell me, so the police said, so where are you going to now? I should turn. That's why, you know, my mother used to say it. Irinisi, the son in Ojo. She told me that time, say, is it a coupe coat? I was sure at the age of 20 something, and you will be wearing a show more 2 years old. Where it will lead you to? Only you go, shall I hear? Well, come here, let me take you on the car. I want to send them by onion rings. Okay, French. I'm coming now. I can't find any of it. There's no French fries though. Awesome. No, it's only nuggets. And what about onion rings? Okay. My mother said it that all these here are coupe clothes in here. We can woman pa one short, but like kajabi, shorty. The place it will lead me to. I used to think what my mom is saying. She doesn't even read now. She's like old school. Is she that is old school? Her business is you evolving into a beautiful. I was asking, what's this my mom is saying? The thing that is my brother that buys it from America and sends to me. And I was using it. Everybody used to say I come from America. My mommy should go and see that I didn't to answer her. It was that clothes, that thing that I wore. You know, it was as if I wasn't wearing anything. Do you understand? They told me to enter the car. You know, I want to buy low, but fake one. You know, I shower. What better? Only no, sir. I don't know all these people. I don't know. No, I'm not a prostitute. No. This is my house is just by this. Money, where's your house? Your money, my house is just by this. No, but okay. We are going to take you into that estate. And if your house is not there, you are in trouble. Money. My house is there. Omoburuku lojotie. That's what it means is that bad children, they get their own day. He gets one of my papa driver. If my daddy won't abuse her like this, say Amugbo, he's always with. The moment he's not working and he's retired for the day, he go fella house. He go shayo. He go take it go. So as I was entering, like with Olokpao, assuming they went to knock on the gate, Hey! You know, and when Adubo go wake up, street people go, they will say, hey, you don't know what it means. Hey, my mother and my father, you know how embarrassing it is. Hello, Nijaribi. So as I was getting to the front of the, now he megad, because megad only megad wa pe, ọtí tó ti mu àbí sleep tó ń sùn. Ló bá ń ṣe báyìí. You don't know how he megad in wo mi bí ẹni pé you know, he was in shock like white police. Why? So instead of him to talk, I was saying, Shay, are you okay? You meaning now and everything like that. Okpe, but that Shagam. As in our driver. We call him Boda Shagam because he's from Shagam. You understand? From Shagam is in Ogun State. So he was the one walking with his Igbo. And I was like, he was not hailing me. Like, he don't see in person with me. So they were asking him, do you, Omo lawyer ni? Kilo shele, he no say, na me the hot come, yes. Mohammed DJ. Oh no. Because Mohammed was acting as if, you know, he was in shock, like, what's happening? They are asking him, Show mo, is this, but that's Shagamana, Baba Ilonile, Omo lawyer ni, me speak English, speak Bogbe, mo n ṣiṣẹ́ fún baba wọn ni, I'm the driver here, driver, kini, yeah, kudire. If not for him, that he went to take Igbo that night, he was not shouting on Mohammed, pe ṣé ojú ẹ̀ fọ́, ṣé kò rí pé Kudinile and everything. Everybody know. No get your guy. Osha saw Ibo were. That was how God saved me that day. If not now for area F, my papa could come back me. And nothing I feel take save myself. No excuse, because they will say they took me from the road. And you know, there was a time that they've said it. They said it that you can't be walking parading on the road. And I told them, you didn't meet me on the road though. You saw me in between streets, going from this end to this end. So and they said that's why they brought me home. So assuming the Megad did not say anything like Kudilele, he was still in shock. And they carry me go. Because I would have been so scared that they will wake up my parents to see me. Ejo ibo ni mo fẹ́ sọ pé mo ti ń bọ̀. Explanation wo ni mo fẹ́ fún àwọn family, and I trust my sibling. Everybody will be like, you're always the trouble of this family. Only you are the only trouble the whole family has. You understand? You been scared. So, and then this morning, my father is quick to say, if you tarnish my image, I remove your name from the will. And so they go come on my name for will. So it's been a long journey, my life, and every time I remember all those things, I'm just very quick to share it with you people. Even sometimes they molest their shareholders. Yes, that's what they said though. Before detaining them, they said before they even release their shareholders, because nobody will come and bail them. We'll come and buy one soon. You them have one leg. That's what they said though. All those shareholders, they said that's what all those police people they do with them. They will sleep with them. They probably will get to the station, but who go come bail them? Who go come bail them? And if everybody tí wọ́n ṣe ń bú mi, ká mi kí wọlé kí má parọ́ aṣẹ́wó la adi gbogbo adi no mo ni wá wò pé mo gbogbo wọn dàbí Father Lord. I remember you told us this part of your life story. Oh, Basa, I'm sure if you are come on this my page. Some of my story, if I remember, they tell you now. Now my story. I know nobody can tell your story like you. You understand? You will be able to tell your story yourself. So let's deal on this particular case because this comprehensive story is out. Buy my kaftans, please. Buy my stuff. Buy my kaftans, okay? I have different colors. You understand? Direct kaftans. Buy them for me, okay? Buy kaftans for me. Direct kaftans, okay? Buy them from K Money Signatures. Adire kaftans. It is cutting jersey, like, you know. Yeah. So buy at there. We have different colors. You understand? Buy Adire kaftan for me. Okay. Buy Adire kaftan for me. Those of you that bought these tops, all these tops for me, Adire, you know, Adire tops, buy them for me. Okay. When you're ready, screenshot whatever you like. Screenshot whichever one you like. We have multi gowns, you know. Buy Adire kaftan for me. Buy multi gowns for me. Hurry, hurry whilst they last. Yes, yes. Sorry, let me stand up because some of you will say you are not standing up. You are just saying buy Adire kaftan for me. We have in 3 or 4 colors. I think there's another color. I'll check now. They have stone scarves, okay? Don't hesitate. Yes. Their size is one size. It's not it's one size. It's kaftan one size. It's one size. I have the problem is I don't even know where me ò mọ bí tí gbogbo àwọn kiní ẹ wà. I have kaftans. There are so many. So if you are ready, ẹ má bínú, mi ò mọ bí tí. There's another color. It's 4 colors. There's another one. I think this one's just came. This is another color. Yeah, 60 euros for this these types of kaftans, you know, this type. They are 60 euros. Okay. So yeah, one size fits all. So thank you so much, sister. Don't start your year up. Okay, now so let's move on to our discussion today. Okay. You're very welcome. Now, what is the thing that I saw? I saw something that really baffled me, and it's in continuation of what we were discussing yesterday, funnily. At first, this case have happened maybe since 6 days ago, 6 days ago, but I didn't get to see the comprehensive history. Now, from part 1 to 11, the comprehensive history of what really happened. And I want us to learn. It's still about when a man sends a woman abroad, or a woman, but this case is about a man, a Yoruba man, who sent his wife abroad and his children. The lady, we are told, resides, I don't know if she's Hausa, because she resides in Bauchi. Her name doesn't sound, some Bauchi just name though. It sounds English. Some of them even bear. Apostle Chibuzo don't accept child. Oh, good for him. Is he not disgracing? Linda Ikeja has been promoting him on there. He's paying, doing damage control. They are writing good things about him. How can you be a man of God and they will be writing good things about you, that you have problem with paternity issue, you impregnated your adopted daughter, and they are there praising you and carrying stories that you have sent this one abroad, you hit somebody and all those things. All those things, they are, I don't want to go that route today. Oh, nobody should divert this gist. Oh. Zafi, don't divert this gist. Oh. All of us, our judgment is with God. So, like we were saying yesterday, even this person, you saw how he updated for people today. In fact, let me read this one for you people before we then go. He updated on his Instagram. That is our guy, Nino Lowo. I think Nino Lowo said that everybody should go and I'm coming. Nino Lowo said, a conqueror doesn't speak. I owe no one no explanation for my life decisions. Bloggers are simply hypocrites in thirst for clout. And so I must owe no one no explanation for my life decisions. Bloggers are simply hypocrites in thirst for clout. And so I must let you people know, all the people that said that he already did those interviews years ago, they are not lying. In fact, he's confirmed it here, that he did all those interviews that we have been seeing on Linda Ikeji, this lover, all of them. They are the ones he's abusing here. I won't lie. He said bloggers are simply hypocrites in thirst for clout. Because they are the ones that were sharing these things for us. We thought they are new, but they are not. He said any interviews circulating of me are old from 6 years ago, which was before I restored the marriage that has now finally ended. Now me they jubilate, now they worry. That one is sub people like me, because me I worry for them. But it doesn't stop me from still worry, because he just they use Ogboju. Who told you people it's okay? It's not okay. Trust me, it's only using, like they said, some people said that only Beraga, on Shako, it's only, it will still melt down. You should go and sit down. Are we not human? You understand? Are we not human? It's paining him. No matter how it is. You understand? It's his wife. And some people said that the wife, with that interview he did then, which we thought is a recent interview. I thought it is, because I've never seen it before. You understand? Because me, I'm saying that if he had talked like this before, the wife, if I'm the one, no, God forgive me, I won't reconcile with him, because he has already spoken everything now. So some people are now saying that that's the reason why the wife came back to give it to him. She came back and came to show him. So he said, any interview circulating of me are old from 6 years ago, which was before I restored the marriage that has now finally ended. Now me they jubilate, now they worry. God will help me, go help you now. So those of us that are worried, said that the God that made him not to worry. So indirectly, he's saying to us that he's happy that he's done and dusted from his marriage. That's what he's saying. So this is right. If you go to his Instagram, he put it on his story. He updated on his story, informing us that he's happy about his decision. But I know he's lying. Easy. It's not easy like that. I know he's lying. Time will tell. I wish him all the best. You understand? I still appreciate him. I wish him all the best. And the wife too, I wish her the best. But what's happened between them is the same story that led to a man that killed somebody in America. Let's read the story. That is the title of my chat. You know, I've mentioned some people like that this same story have happened to. That's why we should be happy that likes of Nino Lowo and the wife can choose to separate. As opposed to pulling the trigger. You understand? Some of us women, we do too much. The same way some men will maltreat us and we cry out and we say, this man did bad. It's the same way some women will do bad and we will say, I beg, if this is our son or if this is your brother, can you take it? But you know, this man, this senseless Adeyemo guy, has ruined his life. I don't know if Florida, I wish my co-counsels are here. If Florida state practices capital punishment, is death by hanging. His death penalty. They are going to give it because his first degree murder premeditated. He had the intention. Let's read the story. The real story, because before they just say he killed, nothing more. Now, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, the story comprehensively. Let me read it for you. Come and see what is happening. Where is it now? And so this is the guy. So I know a lot of you have seen it. I mean, the guy. Look at him where he's feeding her here. Yeah, you come. Look at him. What makes you think that? See, look at him feeding her here, putting food in her mouth. Look at the girl here that he murdered, his wife, that has many kids for him. Look at the guy. Look at them here, where he's feeding her. Can you see? That me not lie though. Oh, I sell it. And it's so reasonable. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can you see? In 1998, part 1, a 21-year-old Nigerian soldier, 1998, a 21-year-old Nigerian soldier named Hassan Adeyemo, this guy. In 1998, a 21-year-old Nigerian soldier named Hassan Adeyemo from Ibadan met and fell in love with an 18-year-old beautiful Hausa girl. Who is this one? Can you see? Called from Bauchi, called Sarah. It was love at first sight. They got married in 1999. Be jotting it down. And God blessed them with a beautiful daughter in 2000. After her, they had 2 other daughters and 1 boy. making 4 kids. Hassan loved his wife so much and told her not to work because of stress. He was providing everything she ever wanted for her and the kids. In 2014, Hassan wanted a better life for his family. So, with his wife's engagement agreement, he decided to send them to the US. Sarah and the kids entered the United States in 2014. Before they got there, Hassan already arranged a rented house and a car for them. Sarah wasn't working. Hassan was sending big money to them for upkeep from Nigeria every month. Despite the distance, Hassan bonded with his wife and kids. Everyone was happy. Take your pen and paper. In 2017, Hassan, who had missed his family so much, decided to relocate to America and stay with them. Assuming he knew. Wouldn't it have been better? He continues to stay in Nigeria, even be committing adultery, than to relocate to America and destroy his life and kill his wife. Abi? Sometimes you just wonder, you begin to think of how you can, rewrite destiny or change destiny. You just want to rewrite for people, or begin to help them change it. But it's too late. In 2017, Hassan, who had missed his family so much, decided to relocate to America and stay with them. Look at his family here. Look at mommy. Look at children. Can you see all of them? Can you see his children? Can you see them? Look at mommy. Before Hassan got to America, Sarah had started hair braiding just to keep herself busy. When the kids were in school, everyone loved her and the way she braided beautiful styles. Gradually, she became a household name in Orlando, Florida. Ladies flooded her to do their hair. What she was doing for fun became something big overnight. Hassan entered the US and things were going smoothly. Hassan, who was a big man in Nigeria, left everything and came to America to start all over with menial jobs. He had no papers yet, so he was doing jobs that paid him peanuts. God blessed them with a baby boy in 2018, making how many kids? 5 kids. Sarah was making at least $1,000 a day with the help of her daughters who she had trained. She was very fast and efficient in braiding. With this income, she was able to support the family with all expenses because Hassan's income couldn't meet up with the expenses / bills. Hassan got his papers and started Uber and delivery jobs. He worked from day to night and started contributing his quota to the family. But his contributions was like change to his wife, Sarah. Because Sarah was making hell of a money. In effect, Sarah became the breadwinner of the house. Issues started because Sarah was always complaining that Hassan couldn't afford her lifestyle. She became the children's favorite because she gave them everything they asked for, while their father could not meet up. Sarah entered the house whenever she wished. She became the boss, always calling Hassan lazy and useless, while Hassan always appealed to her for peace to reign. Hassan, a gentleman, didn't like trouble in any form. As Sarah and the children formed their own group in the house and abandoned their father to always sort out himself. Sarah stopped cooking for him. Hassan became depressed and was always begging friends and family members to help talk to his wife. Hassan was always crying like a baby, saying Sarah made him feel less of a man in the house. His friends encouraged him to persevere and ignore whatever she did. In January 2022, Sarah announced to Hassan that she has bought a house. They moved into the new house and she continued to treat him very badly. She disrespected him so much. Leave my house if you cannot obey me, you irresponsible man, she would often say. She locked him out in the cold so many times and threw his things out. The children were on their mother's side because she was the provider. Hassan became very depressed and started having suicidal thoughts. He told his friends how life is unfair and that he would kill himself. They advised him to leave the marriage because it was obvious that his wife was no longer in love with him. I would have said the same thing if I know him. But he kept on asking, where will I start from? I love my wife, a woman I have invested all my life in, the only woman I ever loved. What did I do to deserve this from her? April 2023, Sarah told him she had bought another house, that this particular house is specifically for her and her customers. She told Hassan to hold on to the boys while the girls followed her to the new house. Hassan was like, why do you want to separate the family? She said, if everyone followed her to the new house, it will disturb my customers. The lady should have thought about all the times he catered for her and their kids. Let me tell you the truth. Women are like this. Not every woman have that understanding that if they are making more money, more than their husband, they should still try and remain humble. Not every woman. I won't lie. Not every woman. You know, because men don't talk. Men don't talk. Some men, the way their wife treats them can make them suicidal. I know a lot of women, because generally it's always the man that everybody is always like, men are not good. Oh, men are promiscuous. Oh, men hurt women. But the women hurting men too exist. That is why some men don't want to encourage their wives to go into career. You understand? Their career and make it. It's not because of the fact that they are jealous. It's because some women can't handle wealth. They can't. Some women, the moment they are able to make more than their husband, what they can take from the man when they were not making more than him, they won't be able to take it anymore. And that's why wealth, riches sometimes, ó máa ń ṣi obìnrin mú. He will get the death sentence. Nothing he can do about it. This is for you to learn. Joy Coupling, he's getting the death sentence. There's no sentiment in the law. And no one is above the law. And no ignorance. He's getting the death sentence. All this story, it will not hold anything. It's just for us. What about the man that abused? We are not talking about that, Esther. The case on ground is about a woman and a man, and a man that killed his wife. We are not talking about man that abused. We are always talking about that. There are times men too are victims. Let's address it and face it. Men too are victims. I always tell you people on this platform, it's not always about we women. We have sons. How do we feel when our sons are subjected to things like this? Some of you, your brothers are in situations like this. How do you feel? Some of you are treating your husbands like this. How do you feel? How do you think they feel? So it's not always about the women. If the man is not committing adultery, you people will still bring up another thing of abuse. What about women that abuse their husband in these areas like this? And it is the gospel truth. Some women think because they are making so much money, that's a license to ridicule a man. No, I don't understand what you people understand by marriage. I don't know what you understand by marriage. It's not always every time that, as long as you see that the man is making effort, if you are making more than him, then help the family. That's how I think. If you are making more than him, help the family. When he was able to help the family, he did it. And if it never has the opportunity, do you know that I want to shock some of you? Do you know that some of you, is your bad luck that is not making your husband to make it in life? Some of you have bad luck. Some women have bad luck. And when you are married, your husband will make it. It's you. It's not sometimes the man. And sometimes it's the man. For as long as the man is working, if he's not able to make up to what you expect him to make, and you are making more, then what is what we call marriage? Why do you have kids for men you cannot help? You can't, what do they call it? Mend the gap. At least the party is not able to make up. Why? Why? So it's not about what about men that abuse women? We talk about that every day. What about women that abuse men? That's what is here. That's what is on the table today. It's not always about us. It's about the other gender too. Think about our sons. One day they will get married. We don't expect women to treat our sons this way. If their fathers treated you this way, we shout out, we cry. But some of you women, you people are also a big problem in your marriages, at home. Some of you are, it's because men don't cry out. If you listen to some men, you cry for them. Some of you are wicked. Now this family ruined. Ruined. Those children fatherless. Mother motherless. I've seen cases like that where man will be the one that will be there at first. Things will go bad for the man. Then the woman will be like, why? 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 The pride that sets in women, when they make money more than their husband, is more than the pride that sets in. Because naturally, men are naturally, I'm the head of the family. So we don't see the pride. It's only natural. But the moment God changes power and gives it to women, the way it gets into our head, that is why in Yoruba land, people are always against women, especially men, their wives making it more than them. You people start to say it's jealousy. No, it's because the pride that sets in is overboard. Let's talk to ourselves. Because let me tell you one thing. This story, if you are not learning, I am. Because when your sons are saying, that's why some kids grow up not to treat their wives good because of how their mothers behave towards their fathers. Write it down. That's why you see some sons, they are so mean. When those kind of, from this kind of home now, the boy will end up not liking women. If he actually understood what happened, he would be like, if you remember that any little thing that his wife is doing, maybe trying to make it or doing, you know, that will remind him of the thing that happened between himself, his mother and his father. And that obviously can cause broken home. He would rather walk away because remember, his father ended up killing his mother for this reason. That's why you see broken homes here and there. Broken homes. The boy will rather walk away. You will see he's not able to do well in marriage because the moment he sees the wife behaving, and rather than him hitting her or doing, he just say, I remember this is what my father did, killed my mom. Because he is not able to see, if he just sees the signs of pride, no matter what it is, if you earn more than your husband, there's no big deal about it. Sorry, me, I don't know why some of you take it as if, it's a big deal. Imagine how, you know, as they have so said, after she made money, she was making that much money. If it is true, and then at the end of the day, she chose to buy another house, she now said the man should stay. And mind you, there are people that are witnesses helping to beg her every day, every time. We still talked on things like this yesterday. That Nino Lowo begging wife all the time. It's tiring. If you are not doing it, everybody should go. It's better for you people's sanity. Instead of waking up and getting frustrated with life, being depressed and shoot each other, and this is what we get. And you may not trust Americans. The moment you have done something bad, they will quickly trace your generation. Yoruba man, Nigerian man, even though they are citizens, they are quick to tell us that they are Nigerian men. I know. There are Americans that do this all the time. But those ones, you know, they no morality kokon. The women don't stay with men. They bomb boy here. They don't stay. Nigerians, our own is always about when women. That's why you see majority when women are making it one than men, they don't want husband again. It's a big problem. It gives me a headache. You don't want husband again. The moment your husband is not able to meet up. Some of you are the bad luck. Know this and get sense. Some of you. Don't you know that when your man is making it, It is you, woman. Some of you have bad luck. Yes. Go and write it down. It's not every time that when a man is not making it, it's the man's fault. Some of you, you have bad luck. I say, Uda. The only woman I ever loved, in his bid to continue to plead with the dead, a woman I have invested all my life in, the only woman I ever loved. What did I do to deserve this from her? He kept begging people to continue to beg her. Those ones told her to leave. You know these men. Those ones told her, leave her. To leave her. He refused. Then in April 2023, this year, I've read that before. Let me reread it. He refused. Then in April 2023, this year, I've read that before. Let me reread it. Sarah told him she had bought another house, that this particular house is specifically for her and her customers. She told Hassan to hold on to the boys while the girls followed her to the new house. Hassan was like, why do you want to separate the family? She said, if everyone followed her to the new house, it will disturb my customers. She then told the husband that he could bring the boys over for weekends, but he can't come with them. You people too, now. That's belittling. You know, every time I talk about men, I have sons, and I'm praying, oh God, give my children a woman that has the fear of God within. End of. Because the truth be told, how kind can God be to you that you now start to walk on your husband's head? How kind can God be to any of us? Same applies to the man. How kind can God be to you that you start to walk on your wife's head? She then told the husband that he could bring the boys over for weekend, but he can't come with them because I need my privacy. People tried to talk to Sarah, but she wouldn't listen. Hassan agreed, hoping that his wife would change her mind. On August 21st, 2023, Sarah informed Hassan that she would like for the sons to move in with her, while Hassan remains in the old house. She instructed Hassan to move all of her remaining properties and that of the children from the old house where Hassan was staying to the new one where she lives. Then she told Hassan that whenever he wished to see the children, he should let her know so she can arrange for the visits. So Hassan told her he would do as she had instructed and take the remaining property of hers to the house on Friday night, which he did. Sarah didn't let him enter the house. She took all the belongings he brought and the boys and left Hassan outside. Hassan remained at the door for almost an hour, knocking. Sarah refused to open the door for him. The following day, August 26, was Hassan's 46th birthday. Early that morning, Sarah sent him a message. Happy birthday, friend. We are better off as friends than lovers. You need to look for where you will be staying because I have to get rid of the old house. I wish you well in life. I have moved on. A few hours later, the children called their dad to get some groceries, and he told them he would bring them in the evening. At about 6:30 p.m., he called the kids, and he was on his way to the house with the groceries. When he got there, he knocked. The children opened the door for him. Hassan then asked for their mom. They told him she was in the shower. He entered and went to the bathroom, brought out a gun, and shot her in the head, in the chest, in the leg. He then called 911. Hello? I just killed the bitch. It's not movie, oh. It's true life story, oh. This is the address. I am waiting for you. He sat down on the floor beside Sarah's body. The cops came and the first responders rushed Sarah to the hospital. She was still breathing. She died 2 hours after she got to the hospital. Mr. Adeyemo is now at the Orange County Jail in Florida. He is most likely facing a death sentence or life imprisonment without parole. The same way you people can't type is the same way I've been in shock after reading this story. This is a sad story. This is a terrible story. This is a common story. This is happening. Assuming when they told him, leave her, assuming he had family that they should have taken him away from her completely. What was Aya waited for some time, but he will be fine eventually. Look at what he caused himself. He ruined his life. He killed his wife. Or anyway, she has already declared him his friend. He killed his friend, who happens to be the mother of his 5 children. Where will the children go to? Where will the children go to? It will be our méjèèjì. It will be man yẹn ṣe ba ayé ara ẹ̀ jẹ́. He ruined his life. He was meant to leave her. It's not by force. It's not by force. He has already gone mad. I can't have her. Nobody else can have her. The mistake he made was the moment he did that, he should have shot himself because his life is useless. He should have shot himself. Should have just shot himself because his life is useless. There's no need for him to live. Sorry. Should have just shot himself. That's what would have been the best solution. Some people in America, Nigerians too, when they do that to their nurse wife, they kill themselves too. That's it. And it's always about money. Woman making it more than the man. The man will, they will not start to disrespect their husband. Hey, you are a poor man, you are a useless man, yeah. Man will get vexed. Wasn't it me that was there for you in those days? Wasn't it? And that's it. Why? Why do you have to kill? Don't you think that the woman moved away from him? I don't think so. It's what they have told us as a story. I'm not thinking outside the box. It's what they have told us that I'm going to keep to. I don't think so. The story they have told us, we must keep to. I have seen women, some of us, how we treat our husband, how we treat men is terrible. It's just because women, they're always talking to, crying and all those, shouting everywhere. We hear the story of women. The men too, until some people, their sons they are in this shit. That's when we will know. We are quick to take side with women because it's not us, it's not our, until you come across, when sons start to experience women like this, that's when many of us, we have sense to understand that when a woman doesn't want you anymore, leave. It's not the end of the world. Go and look for somebody else or be a single. Women are also single. If you think it's because of she's made it, the same way when men say they are not doing anymore, or they go and misbehave, they start to have extramarital affairs and they come be with somebody else. You understand? The woman is forced to be a lone parent, or she just stay on her lane. Why can't you just stay on? Why can't you just leave the woman? Kò ṣe mọ́ nìyẹn. If she's done better than you, leave her. Some of them end up regretting. Some women that have done this to their husband, truthfully, and the man moves on, they regret. Lonely at the top, ne? They regret too. I remember one story. These ones, I know them from Ikeja. You will be saying, always me, I know everything. Because, yeah, people always follow me, dada. In this country, these two people, this auntie in Nigeria at that time, she was dating a married man. Where, as she was dating the married man, she didn't have intention to marry the married man. So, the married man was spending on her. In fact, that time it was from her that we used to buy our cream. Suddenly, time don't pass her. People like me to marry before her, and she's far older than me, by far. So, one young man now went from one of these European countries. I think they deported the man. So, people now introduced her to the guy. They are the same age. You can imagine people being the same age. But the guy never married, nothing. But they deported him. And she was following one sugar daddy. The guy didn't mind because she supported the guy in her little way. Although she was with one correct man. So, the guy managed, after the deportation, he managed to cross over to one other place. On crossing over, he felt indebted and said, this auntie, he will bring the auntie. On bringing the auntie to Europe, he impregnated her when they joined each other. They did marriage, everything. No, before he left Nigeria, he already wedded her before he managed to. So, he impregnated her and he told her, helped her. She then crossed over to this country. Later, he came to join her. On getting here, It will be difficult at first. The two of them, sha, unkopa. Now, this brother, this man here, I think in the beginning, the way they were doing their money, the man was in charge. So when she now says see money here and there, she started doing business. You understand? Her hand started rising more than the man. That's when this auntie started complaining of different things. There's nothing she didn't complain about. She will complain about his having sex, he will be sleeping. She will complain about his snoring. She chased the man out of one room. She's not allowing the man to touch her. The man is irritating her. The man is... story here. When they are explaining it, I will say, Auntie, I need suru. All these things that is not enough. Oh, no. That she knows me, I can't take it. I said, do you know what I take? I don't like when I'm putting out in all these things that some people will be saying, I can't take it. Do you know what I take? Do I have to come and tell anybody what I'm taking? She said she knows me. I will put mouth. Oh. That brother will not allow me rest. Your sister have done this, so yeah, we are not related though, but because he knows me with her, he will always come and tell me, and I will be calling, Auntie, any suru. Do I know that something that she will now go and bring story from Odu Borogodog boss? She will bring it out. She will now be cooking it. She will put Maggie, she will put it, or she will put. I said, She now told me that do I know that when in the beginning, when she now got to this country, that this man as poor, very poor and wicked, that he used to go and go to charity shop to go and buy clothes for her and go and buy what do they call it, clothes for their baby. Then that he be buying second-hand. Charity shop is second-hand clothes. I say, but today you are not a big woman. Please, this charity thing that you wore, your children wore, show them one larani. He said, this man is stingy, useless man. After you tackle that one, say sorry, she will now say, that all his mates, that they have built houses in Lekki, in Lakurebe, in Kinikon, she will be comparing the guy to the big boys in town. The guy was still begging. They used to go to church. Do you know how many pastors? In fact, at a point, all the pastors hated her. It was only me remaining. They hated her. I won't lie, because that's the only way I can express it. Because at the end, if the husband go and tell, then they should come and beg her. She will tackle the husband. You want the whole world of Ireland to treat me as bad person? She will change the story. So the husband now, she stopped going to church. Because any small thing that they call her and say, she will say, so it became a thing of the man emaciated. She stopped cooking for him. Meanwhile, she will go to this country, go here, she will go and do shopping here, she will go and do shopping here. She was seeing money. She was doing business. So she was seeing the money. She didn't need she doesn't need a man. But that ain't baby. The final straw that broke the camel's back was when she now started comparing the guy to his friends. Because those ones, destiny, and sometimes you are the bad luck. I'm telling you, women, look at me well. Sometimes you are the bad luck. When you are not giving your husband rest of mind in their house, how will the spirit that brings good luck give him good luck? But that also, ẹjọ́ ni A journey. After a while, I told that uncle, I said, leave and see. If you want lay, the man was saying, hey, my children, I said, leave her. Because I beg, I'm tired. Every day one story. That's how the uncle then decided that he should move on. This thing I'm using to tell you people is true life story. Go to 6 months after they separated, that this brother went to rent one room in a 3, there were other men in the house, other men that their wife too don't chase them come out. One she bachelor married men. Níbẹ̀ gbogbo wọn jẹ noodles àti geisha. Ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n. After like maybe 6 months, uncle just called me one day and said, Kudi, guess what? I said, what, uncle? He said, I won't win lotto. Uncle! I win lotto. Money, I won't win lotto. How many thousand? Maybe 60,000, I'll be 60 kini. Irọ́ ni o. I win lotto. Wá. Kini ká ti gbọ́. Òun ni, and he said, what? Sister ò dẹ̀ sí pẹ̀lú mi, òun tálíkà, òun gbádá, òun tálíkà, òun lòṣe, òun wèrè, òun gbádá. Inú mi dùn fún yín ọkọ. Inú mi dùn fún yín ọkọ. Iná sẹ́ra. Àwọn fẹ́ lọ ra ilẹ̀, àwọn máa lọ kọ́lé, àwọn máa. He not take that uncle. Everything, if you see, and luckily his mother was like, this my auntie. She's not related to me. She's just my auntie. This my auntie, because of uncle, she stopped talking to all the family too. You know how we women, when kabati ni nǹkan kobati she wa ba no ma shiba. The mama, she stopped talking to everybody, even the man's brother in America, that the man is a medical doctor. This uncle get good, better family everywhere. Uncle give me money, sha, mi ò ní parọ́, mi ò kàn rántí oye, bóyá 250 àbí 150, ó ṣá dáṣe mi lówó pé Kúdí ó yá lọ fi ra burger, kó lọ jẹ burgers. Mo ní uncle, I'm very nice person. Inú mi dùn fún wọn. Na he go to Nigeria, ó lọ ralẹ̀, ó kọ́ ilé yẹn. Tẹ́ bá rí ilé yẹn, àwọn auntie mi tó jẹ́ pé àwọn náà ti lọ kọ́lé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, wọ́n ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀, wọ́n ṣe gbogbo ilé uncle bí titi wọn. Mi ò fi bà wọ́n jẹ́ o, àwọn lè mímọ̀, but mo ń sọ tòótọ́ fún yín. That's number one thing that I noticed. Pé God showed a sign pé it's hard, that it's actually not making the man to make it, because at the end of the day, why is the man's life very slow like that? Why is it that when she left him, nǹkan dá fún ìyẹn ní AG? In the process, the man now met a young lady. Their first child is my name. They gave their first. The lady is now married. The first child is my namesake. He said he just loves my name. He gave the child my name. Their first. God, I'm always listening. He will cry. So the first child that he has with this woman, orúkọ mi ni, ó fọmọ yẹn. That time, Mama was still alive. Auntie never called the mama one day because Opa Moja or the bímọ fún wọn. Girl yẹn ló lọ ń tọ́jú mama. They did housewarming ceremony. They put somebody that was not there in the beginning. Ọmọ yẹn woman, but that náà wá ra Range Rover kìíní kan sports. Ó wá gbé sí the girl yẹn. Olórúkọ mi lọmọ, the girl born second one. He fight for their papers here. They are here now. Meanwhile, my auntie was saying that his sperm doesn't bring forth children again. After the few, she wanted one more or something. The girl has delivered that many. His life is so good. His life has been so good. If you see this uncle now, the mama now died. Mama ti dàgbà. Mama, ìyàwó yẹn ló wá tọ́jú màmá súre fún báyìí àdúrà his family in America she was with my auntie here. Auntie wasn't nice to the family. Ìgbéraga dé because she's making money. Ọwọ́ wọn wá di báyìí. Kò fàyàn mọ́ra, ó ń ṣe bí pé there's nothing, bí pé ọ̀la yẹn kò ní. You know, look, let me tell you, no matter how God has blessed you, don't let pride set in. Obìnrin máa ń bọ́kọ láṣìírí ni. Especially when the man it's not as if you are saying the man is adulterous. Obìnrin ó máa ń bọ́kùnrin láṣìírí ni. Stay humble. Hello ló ní. Táwọn ṣọdẹ kọ́ya ò ní. And they still stayed humble. Hello ní. You now own too much. Now, after a while, my auntie now, she has gone to Nogbara. I'm not saying she get boyfriend though, but she has seen all those saying, I can do it myself. I want to be myself, useless. Aṣọ charity ló ń rà fún mi. Ọkùnrin wo ni kó lọ wá àwọn ẹgbẹ́ níta. He's a useless man. He's a useless man. Òyìnbó ní kura. Everything. She now wanted to come back to uncle. Uncle gave her divorce paper. She wanted to come back after a while because maybe she thought maybe outside is smiling. Outside is not smiling. If your husband is not doing two things to you, he's not cheating on you and he's not beating you, it's still workable and you can still walk around it. All of a sudden, when life gets better for us women, we now start to look at our men as if they are shit. No, I will never support such a thing. And men, when that comes up in a woman, take a walk. Leave that woman. Go and marry somebody else. Leave the woman. Leave the woman. How long do you have to live on earth? And you want to stay sad? Look at this man now. He got himself mad and useless his life. Killing her. He's dying in jail. He's dying in jail. Oh, ma kú sẹ́wọ̀n. Your husband is not making money. You are making more than him. Cover him up. You don't need to tell people. For as long as he's also showing you love. Mo hate ìgbéraga. Ó máa ń bí mi nínú. I hate it. Ó máa ń irritate mi nínú obìnrin. Kò sí bó ṣe mọ̀ sọ́tọ̀, máa ń wẹ̀ pé orí ẹ̀ ò pé ni. Mi ò bá àǹtí mi yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́. Èmi ní lọ́wọ́. Mo ní lọ́wọ́ gan-an. Mi ò bá àǹtí mi yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́. And every time I'm always going on that uncle's page on Facebook, I'm going to comment under the long comment in there. Because àwọn ló lé bọ̀dá yẹn síta. Mi ò ní gbé sẹ́yìn nǹkan tí ó dá. I don't talk to her anymore. When she was planning to come back to him, now looking for a way, she couldn't tell me. It's the uncle that was calling. But sister Emani, after how many years do you bother to follow me? Follow me. After you chased him out, the man nearly died. He will be talking, he will be crying. It's too much. We only always see the men. But what we women do too, especially abroad, if that àbárèyàn sọ fún wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá bára sọ tó ń jẹ́ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀rọ̀. If nobody is telling us, all that pride is bullshit. Wọ́n ní àpọ́nlé ò sí fún ọba tí ò ní olórí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni àpọ́nlé ò sí fún obìnrin tí Ọlọ́run fún lọ́kọ tó wá fi ìgbéraga ṣe. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni àwọn tọ́lọ́run ò fún. Ọlọ́run fún ẹ. And when the excuses, ó ra aṣọ charity fún me, I was shocked when auntie mi sọ pé every time she talks, she say, owó ò lè gbà mọ́ mọ́ ẹ. Mo máa ń wo gbogbo wọn pé, do you know what I take? People, are you people for real? Do you know me? None of you knows me. Because I don't come telling you people anything about myself. You don't know what I'm going through or what I can take. No, don't say oh lè gbà because oh ti ẹ mọ̀ bóyá mo ti gbà bí mo ń gbà. Oh, mọ̀ nǹkan tèmi go through. So you can't tell me what I can take. And when I see that marriage, you can't call me into your marriage and expect me not to be truthful with you. I will. I will. I will tell you, oh, her. No, don't call me if you don't want to hear the truth. I will listen. The first question I always ask, so you know, I'm always concerned about that. I know there's other domestic violence. Yeah? But when it comes to when women are making more money than their husband, or the women are the ones sustaining the house, like that my auntie, and many other cases I have been opportuned. I told you about a woman that died in this country, that the husband told me then, you know, because she comes from a poor background from Nigeria, and she's the one that, oh, she packing or job, bringing her sibling in, abandon the husband, abandon the children. Bímọ, but concern nípa Nigeria. Now she's dead. Ó dàmọ́lẹ̀ fún ọkọ. When the husband was telling her, calm down, part of pride, you know, because when you start to make money and your husband cannot tell you, easy, oh, calm down, oh, the little we are making, it can sustain us. So this extra, not sleeping, ibiṣẹ́ ló ti slum tó ti kú. Ibiṣẹ́ ló ti strong tó ti kú. You work all the work, make all the money, and you die. And later, people will say it's the man. Meanwhile, you were using it to help your family, or just so that people will say, oh, I bought 10 houses. Who that one help? She slummed at work and she died. And the money she was gathering was for her family. Àwọn ọmọ tó yẹ kó tí ọmọ yẹn torí ẹ̀ mú wá sílùú òyìnbó. The man met her in Nigeria, started dating her. The guy, he promised himself that no, he's never going to marry anybody from a poverty-stricken background. Ó ní yèyé, ó ní lágbájá para ẹ̀. But from one job to another, inú mọ́tò ló ti ń change. Tó jẹ gbèsè ní Nàìjíríà. Ó fi mú àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ wá. Àtijọ́ tó ti kú sìn, ọkọ nìkan ló ń tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ. Àwọn family ẹ̀ tó mú wọlé, àwọn ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ tó mú wọlé, where are they? Where are they? Why am I saying this? When sometimes women, we don't use our medulla oblongata to really think. But ẹni tó bímọ fún, if the man is just about owó, I think you still have a good one. I think you still have a good one. He's not messing around. Àwọn tó wá tó jẹ́ pé there are some women that they are the ones, their husband is messing around, they are still the one sustaining the home, and they are the ones, they still respect their husband. Irú àwọn yẹn, I can't take it. Where can you be messing? The man is messing around. You are the one sustaining the home. He's carrying women up and down. But some men, they show you love, they show everything, but because you earn more than them, and you start to bring a story of, oh, Rasho Charity. And when my auntie is saying it like this, she's not my auntie anymore. She was my auntie in those days. When she's saying it like this, Mani auntie, which year? She will say year 2000. Mani, I need 2017, 2018. We are talking about year 2000. We are talking about year 2003. Why didn't you leave him then? Why now that everything is fine? Okay, ẹ ti lọ sí Nigeria, ẹ ti lọ ra lẹ́yìn, ẹ ti ń kọ́lé yín. Your husband is not yet to, is yet to do that. You are then saying he's useless. Ọkùnrin tó fún yàn lọ́kàn balẹ̀ gan kọ́ níyàn make owó nínú ilé ẹ̀. Wàláì. I'm telling you, you can buy a land and build a house when you are with the man. And the man is here to do that same thing. And you are the bad luck now. You want a bad luck. Because you won't make care now. That means, orí ètò òun bá tiẹ̀ lọ, ìwọ ní tiẹ̀ ò bá tiẹ̀ lọ. Yeah, the ìgbéraga yẹn wá pọ̀. Abroad women, our own is too much. The way we do things, you know, that we have been hearing. When men see such a thing, don't put one, lọ fẹ́ lómi. Many women are single. Àwọn lone parents, wọ́n lọ swa, lọ fẹ́ wọn. Leave the woman. It's better than you go and kill the woman, and at the end of the day, your life is useless. It's dead now. Kò need. It's just living corpse. Bó ṣe wà yẹn, ayé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́. Kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ ṣe. Ayé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́. Why do you have to wait till then? What the? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I applaud people like Nino Lowo that choose to walk away, or their wife Kuku cheated them, and he's going to face his career, and it's better for him. If a woman doesn't want you, please, sir, hello, wow, ìyàwó yín síwájú. Go and look for any woman. That uncle, he went to Nigeria. I don't know, he's just angry with abroad women. Because he was the one that brought that auntie to abroad, funnily. But he just went to Nigeria. And the mother was happy. And later she died. Because everybody was worried for him. And begging, we beg this auntie, this my auntie. She's not related to me. You know, I keep insist telling you people, I have my reason. But Nino Lowo should stop talking too much for the sake. No, Nino Lowo did not talk. When did he talk? Those interviews, didn't you read it? He said he did those interviews since 6 years ago. He's not talking. He even told you and me that we should go and find joy. He's not ready to shalaye. Nino Lowo is not talking. Bloggers went to bring it out. All the blogspot that we saw that interview. He said he did them 6 years ago. It's not recent at all. And after that, they had reconciled. They came back together. They had reconciled, but the marriage now finally ended. And he said, you that typed are me. God should give us joy. The way God has given you joy, that we should do our business. He's not talking. He's not ready to shalaye anything. And he said all bloggers, they are using him to chase clout. They are hypocrites. So he's not talking. He said, you and me, the two of us, we should mind our business. That God should give us joy. So don't come for Nino Lowo. He has answered you. Go on his page. He's there for all of us, including me. So, ó ti bú gbogbo wa. We can mind business wa. Pé k'Ọlọ́run fún wa láyọ̀, b'Ọlọ́run ṣe fún. Ọmọ burúkú lọmọ Nino yẹn. Ó bú gbogbo wa ni. Ó sob everybody. Ó dà wá sínú ṣàlàkà. I still love him. I don't care. I still wish him the best. And I still believe that if God can still do it, yes. If God can do it, he will still come back with his wife. But anything that will lead to stuff like we are reading online, Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́, k'Ọlọ́run ṣe mí lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Let God give Nino his own wife. Let God give Fumi her own husband. Anything that can lead to what has happened to this man, we don't want it. Brothers, men, if your wife is saying no, ìgbéragádé, leave her. Please. Ẹ tẹ̀síwájú. Go and look for mentors. Men, if your wife is saying no, ìgbéragádé, leave her. Please. Ẹ tẹ̀síwájú. Go and look for many women wọ́n wá ọkọ, looking for husband tí ò ní. As long as he's okay and calm, I can love like this man tó bá yàrá ẹ̀ jẹ́, they will marry you. Leave her. Let the one making the money, let them make the money. You to go and stay with the one that takes you the way you are. And if it's not immediately, let it heal. Let your system heal. Back out of that town or city. Move elsewhere. Talk to people. Talk to people. This is how I'm feeling. This is what I feel like doing. They will help you. That uncle that I told you that the wife, oh, show and be by, there's no time he will call me. Mama Dideni. Uncle Tito. He will be crying. And that's my auntie. Wo farigani. I can't any small thing. Could you leg ba mo? And that's why I'm not talking to her again. She sees me. I'm always going to uncle's page. Anytime they bring her, I'm always there saying beautiful. Oloruko mi namesake, daughter. I'm there. Because she messed up. She lost her home. When he won lottery, 6 months after their separation, after he chased her out, she chased him out, sorry. But uncle o jeloto, ojú mi báyìí ló ṣe. You never know. You never know. We should stop it. It's not always about us alone. If a man is at least try, struggle, try. So what's the problem? We have some men that are jobless. So they pay that uncle Timon soy woman drive Dublin bus ni. This uncle Dublin bus ni woman driver. Who win lotto ni Louis. Even in his Dublin kinino lo she. They did the lotto that he won. It was like I've never seen. It was just so. God just showed him, "Hey, I'm with you." You know how many people put mouth for this their marriage. Now she's ashamed. She can't go to any church in the whole of Ireland. She can't go to any church because everybody beggar, just for waiting. Not be say the man commit adultery. I want to commit adultery, go won't bear, won't back. Kiwani, if she tell you the stories, you will just be angry. Like, okay, we've heard. Can we move past this? Why are you still talking about he bought you charity clothes? He's not taking care of you. No money. He has not built house. His friend, she will name all the friends. What you call any lucky? Why? Why chase your husband? Why are you pushing him further than career? If you people are, if God says it's going to be so, it has to be done with the two of you. And if you think it's not the two of you, you can still do your own and still keep your home. Be doing your own and still keep your home. It's yeah. Be doing your own and still keep your home. Kilo fagberaga. Be doing it and still keep your home. At that time, she had already bought land and everything. And I was saying to her, Auntie, there's nothing wrong in you buying land. Your husband is aware of it. On the day of you people say housewarming, your husband will follow you and still go and pray. He will be the one. When I was doing my housewarming ceremony, my husband led the prayers. Nobody can lead the prayer there. It's my husband. Because if he's not kind to me, if he's not my supporter, if he's not loving to me, that will not be possible. So what's wrong? I mean, what's special if you are making so much money? What's clarity? Anyway, that's what I saw, and I must not lie to you people. Love is both sides. It's not always the man, the woman too. If God have so blessed you in your marriage, don't use it, don't rub it on your husband's face. Always try and remember that time that he was there too for you. Always try and remember that he was once there for you. Then this amazing part is you people have had kids together. You people have had kids together. That's the beautiful part of it. And remember, if you are one of, like me, that have sons, they are watching. Sons are watching how you treat their father. If they see that trait in their wife, trust me, that's what causes breakup in them. Because it reminds them of, my mom treated my dad like this, and my dad shot my mom. He will run, leave that woman. And that's how some kids don't end up keeping a home. Most time, look at it from this perspective. If your mother doesn't have a husband, why aren't you able to keep a husband? It's because you are carrying what you see that happened to your mother in your own heart, and it's affecting you in your own marriage. So beware of it, that what you are doing in front of your kids to your husband, or what your husband is doing in front of the kids to you, will affect the daughters and your sons, our daughters and our sons. Maybe if you think about it in that way, we will learn. Trust me, those kids that man have shot their mother, there's every possibility that those kids will not be, they can't, maybe they will never marry. Maybe not to bear kids, because they will remember what has happened to them and wouldn't want to put children in that kind of situation all their life. Let's have a rethink. Just always think about that. It's not always about we women. Think about the children. God bless us. Good night, everybody. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you, Sister Adebola. The children will be trapped for life. For life. They have to go for counseling, therapy, everything. For life. I don't know. Those 5 kids, I wonder how their life will be. It will take the grace of God to bring out the best out of those children. The grace of God. God bless more wisdom. Thank you so much, darling sister. Imade, God bless. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Sister Debola Adebayo. Thank you, Mal Green. Thank you, Sister Debola Adebayo. God bless us. It will take the grace of God. Yes, the grace of God. Good night, beautiful Yeyemi. Much love I got for you, ma. I love you more. Oh, Sister Debola, I love you more. See you all tomorrow by the grace of God, okay? I pity those children. Same here. Same here. You know, many things would have been avoided. But it is what it is. It has happened. I hope we've learned. God help all of us. And God be with those children. God help them. Sister Alawumi, good night. Eunice, Oluwale, good night. Morenike Akpeke Ade, thank you. Adebola Odetunde, thank you. Sister Folashade Fulani. Sharon Cole, Laura Obiyon, Olawumi, George Moses, God bless you all. Thank you, Court Clark. Oh yeah, Court Clark. Of the light, Sister Inka Fashino. Thank you for enlightening we young people. Thank you, darling. Zafi, on a lighter note, now, please, where did Uncle play lotto? It's his place of work. Holy Lama Zafi. It's his place of work. You know, like London, what do you people call your own London, can you call a Dublin boss? He played it at his place of work. Thank you, Shuku, darling. Wumi Abara, I have a oh God, Otubela Zena, good night. Books, good night. I mean, Eunice off light,